Hello, hello, my beautiful people. We are back on our pop-up conversation with my beautiful ladies, co-host Michelle and Lorna. Hello, hello, my beautiful ladies. We are back on pop-up conversations, and today we're gonna talk about seasons. Seasons in your business and seasons, how the seasons are changing outside too, from winter to spring. That's what you're going through from winter to spring in your business, or you are doing like me. Sometimes I feel like I have 4 seasons, going through all 4 seasons in 1 month in my business and in my life. I think it's fair to say that is happening to a lot of us as entrepreneurs and coaches. So hello, beautiful people. Let's say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning from. We'd love to see if we live. Yes, we are live. To see, let us know where you're tuning from. Say hello, and also participate to our conversation as well. We'd love to hear from you. So hello, Michelle and Lorna. Hello, hello, beautiful ladies. What we are in the season? What is the season? Is it important to know what season we are in our business, or we just go with the flow because season is gonna come anyway, we want it or not? Can we control our season? Can we?
Absolutely. I remember taking business mastery from Tony Robbins, and he has a whole section on how there's a life cycle to businesses, and they start off baby brand new, and then they go to the toddler stage, and then the teenage, and then the adult, and then there's sort of the mature adult, and then the decline period, and it depending on where you're at in your business, you take different strategies on different pieces, and you have different needs, just like a baby needs something different than a teenager, and different pieces, right? So there's definitely seasons to business cycles. And I'd actually be interested to know if you what age characteristics would the people watching call their business? Are you a newborn? Are you about to die? Where are you in your business? It'd be interesting to know.
Most definitely, I'm crawling. I'm at the stage of I'm learning I'm learning how to figure out how I'm getting up.
Couch surfing, right? Like furniture surfing.
Yes. For the extra support. I think we all need it. And I think even sometimes when you become adult in your business, sometimes you go back to crawling because, life situation, or you need to revamp, or you need to niche down, or you need to niche again. And, and then you have to go back to crawling, and then you get up again. Lorna?
That's true, the difference. And it's actually interesting because when we said seasons, my mind went right away to the idea of the weather, right? The different seasons in that way. But you're right, the aspect of the seasons of a person's life, or that piece, it's just really a lovely way to look at it. Both, sort of cycles and seasons, the interchangeability of those, or just because that's really seasons in the cycle. So it's somehow it's just kind of done this for my head somehow.
Well, and speaking of physical season, we were joking before about how it's what minus what where Adriana is, and today I posted the first flower of the season here on the coast and on the west side of Canada. So like it's seasons differ for where you are physically too.
Yeah. And the same can be for your business as well. And I think it comes with, I think it's important to have the resilience to hold tight, to set straight, even the winds are blowing you, even if it's cold, even if it's rainy, even if it's sunny. It comes with that commitment to your business and commitment to your values of your business and yourself, and also the commitment to your mission. Disregard what the season you are in. I think commitment is a huge thing. I learned from our one of providers, Alan Milliger. He always says like commit to your business, doesn't matter what, because your business is your mission. And if your business is not your mission, then you're not going to be able to ever walk and even run or excel in your business. What you guys think?
I like that. That does speak to it. that commitment. And sometimes it shows up in our action, sometimes it shows up in our focus, sometimes it shows up in what falls away, what we step into, what falls away. And I think that there's not any one sequence for any one person. And you know, certainly between people, it's always going to be that unique aspect of things. And what pops in also is that aspect of when you think about seasons and with animals or people, but that came to my mind about bears and hibernation, that aspect of sometimes even when it's hibernation happening, that you think, oh, okay, well, really nothing's happening. But we know that in that pause or in that deep hibernation, that it's actually regenerative, it's resting, there's all kinds of pieces to it that are just very natural to allow for the next piece that's ready to happen. So I love this. I loving that there's not any clear thing right now. It just feels really very nebulous right now in terms of not any, this is kind of like, there's a real sense of openness and curiosity to this conversation tonight. And I'm really, really appreciating this. This is really sweet.
Well, and then, okay, so to carry on for your winter gestation, your winter hibernation period into the spring, so like the spring growth period, sorry, and you know, I'm going to enjoy today's you know, foraging in the forest with flowers. Is that one of the things that struck me is, and what you said, Lorna, about the shedding, is that you can be in a period of growth and that growth diverges either with a business partner or a relationship, or you know, like whatever, that those growth rates change, and it creates that almost like a snake shedding its skin, right? Like that it comes apart and it sheds the things that you don't want to, and it's the season for preparing in the spring for the next step, the you know, the building of the nest for the eggs, the you know, all of the birds and the bees stuff that happens, that sows the seeds for the harvest in the following season, right? And how, like right now, actually, for spiritually aligned people, there's actually this huge portal right now in 2025 that we're like literally in, like this week, where as we focus in on our purposes and our callings and our soul's purposes and what's natural for us, that this is the time that we're basically writing the code, the DNA of the thing that's going to propagate this year and grow this year. So yeah, I find this particular time of year very exciting. And yeah, you know, that's I know that lots of people are going through lots of changes. Adriana, what are you going through? Lots of changes too, hey?
My skin is shedding as we speak.
Is that what that is?
I am shedding and changing form as we speak. And how many of us, let's be honest, how many of us we changed the business, the strategies, the plans, the goals, the niche, the message? How many times we changed it changed it, and why? And some people say, but that's called instability. No, for me, that's called growth. Because if I'm not keeping up with my business that doesn't keep up with my own growth, and if I don't have any growth and I'm the same the whole time, all these years, doesn't mean I'm not growing. So I think for me, what I have learned, and I'm still learning to embrace, is that this instability into the business, when it comes to having clarity with who I am and what I do now, but also be open enough that I will change, that my message will change. The core of the core value of who I am and my mission, that's always going to stay the same, is to serve, basic line. The way I'm going to serve it, that can change, and that's okay. As long as I'm serving authentically, I think that is my mission. But when it comes to, you know, the wrap around it, I think that can change too. I went from doing deep work with people, which I still love to do. And now, as an example, now I'm focusing on more into how to communicate, how to engage, how to bring your message in a more clear and more persuading, but in an authentic way. So all these things, even for me, like I'm surprised of, you know, the path I'm going to, and it never stops. I think it never stops. So that's something that is important to focus on. Be enough resilient or build enough resilience for the changes that are not if, is when. What would be something that you guys saw throughout your journey that helped you to stay committed or helped you to stay on track, disregard of the season, disregard of the adversity and the blockage or the things that make you sometimes said, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Or I'm done with it. Yes, I want to do something else. Or is like, what the heck I'm doing wrong? Nothing is working, you know?
Lorna, you want to go?
Oh yeah, I find that it's an interesting thing in those times where the old thought patterns start to surface, right? About what's wrong with me? What am I not doing? Where am I stuck? And just to see, oh, okay. And I celebrate, I guess is the word that comes when I can actually then realize and get out of that loop and kind of like, oh, there it is again. Because it's easy to get caught up in it. And I thought, perfect, that's the way we're supposed to be doing. Like, if looking at it from a storyline perspective, if that's how it's supposed to be, we're supposed to be our brilliance, our potential, our capacity, our power to be hidden. Like, what a great thing. So as it starts to be revealed and uncovered. And for me, it's, yeah, I think that's what I feel to say today on that one.
That's pretty cool. Well, aside from starting to try and figure out how to suss out whether something is for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, like sorting out what the things are that are temporary and ephemeral that I need, or that are really, oh yeah, this is an integral part and a part of the core. I think basically the understanding that that piece that Lorna talks about is the mirror, like the we live in a hologram, and that what we're seeing is a projection from our own mind, and we create our own realities in the sense that what those narratives and those subconscious limiting beliefs or those paradigms or how we perceive things changes our experience of them, which changes our approach to them, which changes the behaviors, which changes the outcomes. So like that we can give ourselves a chiropractic and align ourselves and our businesses with who we are and where we want to go by paying attention to what we're getting reflected back to us, because that's informing us not about what's happening out there and causing us problems, but what's about happening in here and causing us problems.
Yeah.
And Adrienne is the master of like reaching down in there and monkeying with it. I know you're going on to this speaking stuff to, and you're totally going to be like, I mean, you're inspiring and amazing, and you're going to make people want to do that finally. But yeah, your skill at that is just incredible to be able to help people pull that out.
Communication, I say, even with yourself, have those inner talks with you when it comes to your business. And like Lorna said, be okay with not being okay. Kind of that's what my takeaway was, being okay with not being okay. Because if I continue to fight that I'm not okay with where I'm at and why the changes are here, that's when I can be my biggest enemy, or I can be my biggest cheerleader. And most of us as entrepreneurs, we tend to be the biggest, not the biggest cheerleaders, but the biggest enemy to our own self and our business. And without ourselves, without the people around you, but there's always a solution for that. Surround yourself with people.
I would like to ask you both, yeah, there's seasons, but there's also things that are constant. And I think that there are things that we have to do sort of consistently that facilitate things. Like we also always have to, generate leads for our business. We always have to, you know, show up and serve our driving force why. And we always have to, you know, what are some of the things that that aren't seasonal? I guess I'm asking for you. What is always present?
Good question. It's a good question, you know, because in some ways, because, you know, the shift from doing in-person sessions to online sessions, you know, they are different things. They're yes, similarities, lots of common things for sure, but they each have their own needs for things, their own structures, own systems of what's happening there. So that's one level, I think, of that, to be able to look at big picture detail of things. There's those parts of it. And, you know, it was an interesting thing that as soon as you started to talk about that, Michelle, about the consistency, right away what flashed into my mind was that of a tree, that in the winter, you know, you don't see all the intricacies of the branches. And so that's one of the things I love about winter, in the fall, in the winter, when all the leaves are off, you get to see the intricate branches, to see them silhouetted against the sky. You know, it's just, there's a beauty there that isn't visible when they're cloaked over with the beauty of the next thing that comes. And that tree didn't start out as that big tree, you know, a little seed, and the growing. And so to be able to maybe use that as an analogy, what are those things that are the consistent things? What are those things that are the root? Maybe it's those the connections that we make, our community that we make, looking at it as the systems that are there, the community that's there, to be able to outreach, to be able to share some of those consistents that are concrete, and other things that are just more by the commitment to doing this and doing that. So the tangible and the intangible, all that contribute to the structure of it, and are some of those consistent things that even there by season, they might change.
Mic drop.
So true, so true. Being open to growth, I think it becomes the skill number one, and value, also a value that you hold on dear to your life when it comes to any kind of growth in your business, personally. If you hold on too tight to certain beliefs and certain ways of doing your business, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail big time. You know, I give you a little example. When I started, before I even met Michelle, I was note-taking. Like, I barely open a freaking computer, and that's about it. And now, you know what I did the whole day today? I work on landing pages, emails, automation. That's due to Miss Michelle here. And then I speak to other people about this, and they look at me, she's like, I thought you don't know not even to open the laptop. Now you talk about automation and emails and templates. What the heck are you taking?
You installed your Yelp today. I don't even have Yelp yet. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's openness.
Season of growth.
Open your mind. Keep your mind open, and always never say that you don't know what to do or how to do it, because you can learn if you really want to. A big thing for me was having you guys, having those, you know, those pillars, those people, the soundboard, that I can bounce ideas, that I can, like, how this look like, what you guys think, what do you see and I don't see, you know, those, is important to always have feedback. For me, feedback, even in the communication, I can speak my head off and I think I sound amazing, but I don't, not all the time. And sometimes, all the time, let's be honest, all the time it's important to have someone to give you feedback. and be
Yeah.
open again, open-minded and open heart to receive feedback. Because without feedback, you're not going to grow. Yes, you hold on to who you are and your authenticity, but also it's important to get the feedback, not from everybody. That's a big note.
Yeah.
Take feedback from the people that really care about you and your business and believe in your business, maybe as much as you believe, or less or more, but at least they are on the same path with you. Because otherwise you're gonna fight against the, you know, the mills and the wind and all of that, and it's not gonna help you.
No,
So
those are the permanent things that are not seasonal, you know, just like your principles of service, of community, of accountability, of work ethic, of, you know, like those things that are the intangibles that Lorna mentioned, that are the connection, the love, the drive because of purpose. You know, those are the things that don't change, but even though the seasons do.
yeah, and I think also is the being okay with uncertainty, being okay with that nothing stays the same and everything change all the time. And if you're not okay with that, then you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a big.
I feel like I'm in like a kaleidoscope, right? Like it's not all different stuff. It's the same stuff in a different configuration most of the time. Like sometimes there's new pieces in there.
True.
Sometimes
It's
you
true.
drop stuff, but like it's just things in a different angle, and you learn something new from each configuration.
Yes. It never ends. That's the beauty of growth, entrepreneurship, and business and coaching, and you all these things are here to serve us. I think the way we serve, I think all these things is serving us as well as people. It's been quite an interesting conversation. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, my beautiful ladies, Michelle and Lorna, for joining us tonight. Another pop-up amazing conversation. I hope you take something from this, and we'll love to hear your idea, your expression of what season you think you are in, and how this is helping you to grow, you and your business as well. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time. Also, you want to join our community and also want to join our connection circle. We have one coming soon, and I think we are fully booked for this one.
I think so. I think people are going to have to wait to the next one. I'm just looking at the timing, but we definitely, people, it's heating up. Folks are catching on, and thanks. And anybody who wants to invite somebody to the group that could either use some promotion or who could use a wellness provider, that we have so many beautiful ones of here in this group. And that was the reason why that Adriana and Lorna and I put this together, was to make that connection, not just amongst us ourselves in body, mind, and soul, but then also with each other in our services. And that referral, that old-timey referral network, that so-and-so needs this, I know somebody who could do that. So we have some interesting features if you're a wellness provider, where you can actually get paid to make those connections in our provider circle as well. We've got other business supports and visibility opportunities for you here in the group as a wellness provider. So we'll drop that link below as well. You can check that out. But I hope everybody can join us for Connection Circle. I'm trying to get my calendar up and I can't see it, but we just had one. So I think it's in 2 weeks, and then it would be 2 weeks after that, because they're filling up fast for sure. Yeah. So make sure you book your seat.
You can book your seat at your convenience. Michelle is going to drop off the link in the comments, and you can connect with us if you have further questions. Thank you, everyone. Big hugs to all of you. See you. Take care of you. Enjoy your season.